Well, you know what, have and have not fans. While I was in the process of getting photos together for a few videos I actually have to record, I came across this photo. This will be the photo appearing on the screen during the entire video, so you can pretty much sit back and just listen to this. And it really got me thinking, the haves and the have-nots is really, aside from people being in a hospital bed or being in a jail cell or being stuck in one certain location for an entire season, it really does speak to the fact that we do get a lot of those aha or moment of suspense scenes on the show when we have two characters who have either never interacted before or really haven't been talking to one another in quite some time. And that leads to things that really get me going on the show, which is the team up element. And a lot of times the team ups aren't really team ups so much as one person pretty much barks orders while the other one is kind of their lackey. And when Candace and Veronica teamed up, which is something we've all been talking about since like season 1, during their first true one-on-one encounter in the bathroom of the courtroom when Candace, well, what was it? When Veronica caught Candace taking a whole bath. We've always talked about how those two, are very similar in their ways. But I really want to talk about Landon and Veronica, because really when it comes to team ups, it's really about both people having a common enemy, but also both people getting something out of the alliance. And when you really think about it, Candace being in the position of First Lady, Veronica wouldn't be able to take that. To have Candace Young, this young whore of all people, standing above her with all of this power after Veronica brushed her to the side. Remember that phone call? Bing, bang, boom. She was done with Candace. So to have Candace Young, of all people, that she used to walk all over at a level that Veronica will possibly never be able to reach, it will irk her to death. I dare say even more so than her unwillingness to accept that Jeffrey's gay and seeing Dave with another woman. Yes, I just made that statement. I think that will be enough to send her off of the deep end. Not to say she hasn't reached that point already. But when you think about it, in order to get to Candace, Veronica is very capable, but she even told Benny, like, Secret Service and whatnot, that's above my pay grade. So I really feel that when it comes down to it, Landon is going to be the key. And I said this in my video about, and again, thank you all so much for helping that video blow up. The one about, did Candace and Jeffrey Owens' character have a past together? Now it's just a lengthy video where I go over every possible scenario as to how Jeffrey Owens' character as a senator may or may not be related to Candace in some capacity. Whether or not he's the father, whether or not he knew her during her escort days, who knows? But when it comes down to Landon, remember, he's in love with Charles, who is a straight man, who was told by one of his assistants that, hey, there's a lot of talk amongst your team because you and Landon are in your room together for all hours into the night. They know that he's gay, but Charles doesn't. He's like, no, I wouldn't know if he's gay. It's like, come on, he's just nice and everything. So I feel that Landon being even more agitated because of the fact that he's now doing what he doesn't want to, which is convincing Candace to take the role of First Lady. Yeah, those two will get closer, meaning that his chances of getting Charles to himself will become less and less unlikely. So I think that in order to get to Candace, Veronica is going to have to do something she will most likely hate to do, which is team up with Landon of all people, who pretty much, Veronica has not, I don't think she's ever said one nice thing to Landon whatsoever. And I think the moment, and it's in the photo right here, is right before, what was it? David, Veronica, Melissa, and Jeffrey got on stage at the press conference to buy time for Jim Cryer to show up. And remember, this was season 3 when Jim was in the war room and all that other stuff. I think that this scene took place when Landon complimented her on the shoes, and it's like, she made like a little girl comment or whatever, and Landon was smug because he actually set it up so a person representing the LBTQ community, LBGT community asked some questions, and Veronica was made to look like a fool, but she literally got her way out of it. And that was one of my favorite Veronica scenes. But I really think that these two can team up, because think about it this way: with Veronica knowing everything Veronica knows, combined with Landon, who is the inside man in the White House, they could destroy Candace Young. I could see that. I'm not talking necessarily like death or anything, but really destroy her public persona. Pretty much Landon undoing. Remember, Landon was the one that was tasked by Charles to clean Candace's image up, remember? And keep in mind, him being the one to clean up Candace's messes means that he still has the bucket of muddy water that he cleaned up. He could easily spill it back out on the floor and ruin things. And with Veronica being Veronica, she could dial things up to like 15 if she wanted to. So I dare say this could definitely work against Landon, because with Veronica being Veronica, if she finds out that Landon is pining after Charles, for all we know, she might actually take Landon down with Candace by exposing him. Well, even though, remember, most of Charles's team pretty much is whispering the fact that he's gay and he loves or likes Charles. So, you know, that'll probably be easier than she thinks. But I think, you know, whenever you team up with Veronica, you need to watch out, because for all you know, you might go down with the very people that you teamed up to take down together. But I do think it will be an interesting dynamic to have Veronica, you know, well, then again, if those two are ever in the scene together, whether it's on the phone or speaking in person, hell, even through email or pigeon or like the Pony Express, Veronica will not stop at, you know, making some kind of homophobic or gay insult to Landon. I do not put that past her whatsoever. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think there is a possibility that Landon and Veronica may team up in a future season of the Haves and the Have-Nots in order to take down Candace? Obviously for different reasons. Veronica because of her vanity, and Landon because he wants Candace out of the way in order to get Charles for himself. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.